Attorney-General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, has issued a stern warning to local government chairmen and councillors, stating that those who embezzle council funds risk imprisonment. Speaking in Abuja during the opening session of the validation meeting for the National Anti-Corruption Strategy Action Plan 2022 to 2026, Fagbemi emphasized that efforts leading to the recent judgment on financial autonomy for local governments were not in vain. He observed that some have continually argued that unless the task of conducting local government election is transferred to another body, the Supreme Court's judgment may not have any meaningful impact. To discuss this, we are joined by Executive Director, Sterling Center for Law and Development, Deji Ajare. Hello, Deji. Thank you for joining us at this time.
Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
All right, so Deji, what are the accounting and auditing procedures in place to ensure transparency and accountability in local government financial transactions?
I don't know exactly what measures have been put in place, really, to ensure that there will be accountability. But I think one thing that is important is that the statement or the warning by the Attorney-General has, improved or increased confidence and comforts for those who are concerned, are worried that unless the election of local government chairmen and councillors are taken away from the state electoral commissions, the governors will remain in control of those elected officials at the local government level. But I think if what is important now is that the Attorney General should put action to match action with his words. And when they start doing that, I think eventually, yes, that would ensure some sanity. And like he has stated, the local government officials do not enjoy immunity as enjoyed by the state governors. And so as soon as there are any reports of or suspicions of any misconduct, financial misconduct on the part of any of the local government officials, they can be arrested, they can be investigated, and they can be prosecuted. And all you will need is just one or two scapegoats, and you can be sure that there will be some level of sanity at the local government governance level.
Okay. Now, but how do the provisions of the Local Government, the Amendment Act 2019, address issues of embezzlement and financial mismanagement in local governments? Because this has actually been an issue of contention.
Well, the impact of the Supreme Court's decision, in theory, it will enhance the ability of the local governments to manage their resources independently and more effectively. And as long as there is transparency with the disbursement of funds to the local government authorities, the people who are quite close to the local government officials are likely to be able to, ask questions and see whatever the funds have been deployed, whatever to use the funds have been deployed to. And quite unlike the current situation where everybody knows that the funds are in the hands of government, and so it's quite difficult to put the local government officials to task. But now, when you now know that the funds are going directly to them, you know how much is disbursed to them, and you know the needs of the local communities, it's quite easy to start asking questions. What is important, however, is that we must understand that beyond the decision of the Supreme Court, beyond the making of any laws, what is important is that people must be at alert. And so it is important that local CSOs and, of course, the law enforcement agencies now try to have presence at each local government areas so that they can start monitoring and start raising issues and start raising questions for the local government authorities when they suspect that there has been impropriety.
Okay. Let's talk about the responsibilities or even the roles of, the following entities, in ensuring financial discipline at the local government level. First of all, let's start with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and also the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission. And then finally, the Auditor-General for local government.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, it's quite important that those who are responsible for oversight of the finances of the local government must wake up to their task. Now, the Auditor-General of local government must, of course, start training more officials who are going to start taking up this task, because quite unlike before, when there was no much focus, there was no much attention paid to the audit of the local government areas, there will be more attention now. There will be more questions that will be raised, and so it is important that they are up to the task, and also importantly that there is a semblance of at least how do I put it? They at least they make public whatever their findings are, whichever way. And for the of course law enforcement agencies, ICPC, the EFCC. Like I also said, I think what is important is must start localizing their operations now. Have offices in each local government areas. Have officials who are trained in such financial investigations.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us and speaking to us on this, Deji. We appreciate you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.